What makes the Qur'an more quotable than any other speaker's words? Well, for starters, when somebody quotes the Qur'an, he's directly quoting Allah's words, facts, his speech. It's not just mere opinions. So stop. Don't scroll anywhere, because this one thing may change the way you look at the Qur'an and how you interact with the Qur'an. I promise.
I started building a relationship with the Qur'an at first when I watched many Muslim speakers give lectures about Islam, and the fact that they can easily quote verses from the Qur'an really impressed me, because people's statements can be taken and rejected, and you can agree or disagree. But whenever they says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and they quote the exact wording of what Allah said, you're like, okay, I cannot argue with that. And that has a special impact. So in the beginning, that was my, you can say, motivation for drawing closer to the Qur'an, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَدِيثًا, who is more truthful than Allah in speech. He also says, وَتَمَّتْ كَلِمَةُ رَبِّكَ صِدْقًا وَعَدَلًا, your Lord's speech is perfect in truthfulness and justice. So when you quote the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you also add truthfulness and justice to your speech. In a way, it becomes more impactful, it becomes more meaningful, it becomes more effective. And so in the beginning, I wanted to be able to quote verses from the Qur'an when I make a statement or when I want to express an idea, so that I'm not relying only on my human limited intellect. I'm also relying on divine revelation. That way, my communication will be more, meaningful.
So you just heard how quoting the Qur'an gives truth and strength to every conversation that nobody can argue with, whether it's false or it's true. And if you want more reminders like this, subscribe, stay tuned. More videos coming. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum. Good? All right, that's a wrap. How's that?